Hi everyone, welcome back to Crystal Clear Tarot. My name is Sian and today we're diving deep into one of the most intimidating cards in the tarot deck, the Devil. I'm using the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. Now I know at first glance this card can seem pretty menacing, but as with all tarot cards, there's so much more beneath the surface. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of the Devil card's meaning and symbolism and its connection to astrology. Plus, we'll explore both the upright and reverse meanings. We're also going to talk about how this card reflects feelings of bondage, temptation, and personal liberation. So let's get started. Now, when the Fool meets with the Devil on the journey through the major arcana, it's a crucial moment of confronting the shadow self, those hidden fears, desires and attachments that keep us feeling stuck or trapped. The Devil symbolises illusion and entrapment, often appearing in the form of addictions, materialism and limiting beliefs. But one of the most important things to notice in this card is that the chains on the figures, they're loose. They're not as trapped as they might feel, meaning that their bondage is largely self-imposed. This is such a powerful lesson, right? The Devil teaches us that our attachments to unhealthy habits, toxic relationships or material desires are what keeps us stuck in negative cycles. The truth is though, we always have the power to break free. But the first step is reaching awareness and acknowledging what's really holding us back. Our own fears or avoidance of confronting those darker parts of ourselves. This tarot card is one of my personal favourites because it led me to a major turning point in my life. It made me aware of what was truly holding me back from real freedom. When the Devil card keeps appearing in your readings, it's a sign that something big is ready to shift. If you're willing to take its message seriously, it can truly transform your life. One thing the Fool learns from the Devil is that feelings of powerlessness are often just illusions. The Devil is a reminder that we can free ourselves from situations that feel overwhelming or imprisoning, but it takes awareness and conscious choice to break those chains. It's about finding that balance between the physical and the spiritual, between indulging in life's pleasures and recognizing when those pleasures are taking over. Attachments and addictions disrupt you from having a happy and peaceful life. So what does the Devil card teach us in terms of spiritual growth? The biggest lesson is about letting go of attachments that are rooted in fear, insecurity, or dependency. The Devil shines a light on the duality of existence, the material versus the spiritual, and challenges us to integrate both sides without letting one dominate the other. It's a card that really makes you face uncomfortable truths. Sometimes the only thing standing in your way to freedom is yourself. Now let's take a look at some key symbolism in the card itself. The Devil is number 15 in the major arcana. If we break that down, 1 plus 5 gives us 6. A number often associated with reconciliation, responsibility and balance. It's interesting, isn't it, that this card, which seems so dark on the surface, actually carries elements of harmony when you dig deeper. Astrologically, the Devil is connected to Capricorn and ruled by Saturn. Capricorn is an earth sign known for its ambition and drive, particularly towards material success. Saturn, on the other hand, represents boundaries and life's tough lessons, which aligns perfectly with the themes of the Devil. This card invites us to explore where we may be stuck in the material world, but it also shows us that there's a way out. Let's take a closer look at the imagery. The Devil is often portrayed as a powerful horned figure, a nod to Capricorn and the more primal instincts that we all have. Below the Devil, we see two naked figures, a man and a woman bound by chains. But here's the key detail. The chains are loose. This tells us that their bondage is self-imposed. The Devil card shows how we might trap ourselves in cycles of addiction, fear, or unhealthy attachments. Their nudity speaks to vulnerability and how exposed we can feel when faced with temptation or destructive patterns, especially in relationships that are codependent and toxic. At the devil's feet, flames flicker, symbolising the intensity of unchecked desires. Fire can destroy, but it can also purify. This reminds us that confronting our shadow side can lead to personal transformation if we're willing to face it head on. In the background, there's often grapes, a symbol of indulgence and sensual pleasure. This serves as a reminder that too much of anything, whether it's food, wealth, sex or power, can lead to overconsumption and imbalance. The devil is also strongly connected to the concept of the taboo, everything that society considers sinful or forbidden. This card invites us to confront those impulses and understand their grip on us. These desires aren't inherently evil, but unchecked indulgence can lead to consequences like addiction or moral compromise. Shame plays a big role here too. Society often teaches us to feel guilty for certain desires, which can lead to a cycle of repression, guilt and secrecy. The devil shows how this cycle can become an emotional prison, keeping us stuck in feelings of self-loathing or fear. But once we recognise these feelings for what they are, we can break free. Now let's talk about what happens when the devil card appears reversed. In this position, the devil suggests that the situation may have spiraled out of control. Perhaps the temptations or unhealthy patterns have escalated and now you're at a breaking point. It could also point to manipulation or coercion in a relationship where the dynamics have become toxic. Whether upright or reversed, the devil asks us to confront those uncomfortable truths, either about ourselves or our relationships. So what does the devil ultimately teach us? It's about becoming aware of where we might be stuck or overindulging, and then take our power back. Remember, those chains aren't locked. We have the choice to free ourselves. This card is a reminder that you have the power to break free. Ask yourself, what's keeping me trapped? And what can I do to reclaim my freedom? Drop a comment and let me know where in your life you might be feeling this energy. Remember, awareness is the first step to transformation. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this deep dive into the Devil Tarot card has given you new insights and opened up a pathway to liberation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Crystal Clear Tarot. Until next time, remember you hold the power to transform your life. Take care and I'll see you soon.